Before he became famous, Henry Cavill quickly realized that he might need to take up odd jobs to make ends meet as a struggling actor. Hello viewers, welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more videos. When Man of Steel premiered 11 years ago, the opening scene struck a chord among fans of the comic book community for being too bleak and depressing for a Superman movie. Clark Kent, played by Henry Cavill, has been living in a constant vacuum of isolation, traveling the world in search of odd jobs in even stranger places. In fact, Clark Kent's life wasn't much different from the one Cavill once lived during his time as an aspiring actor. While most struggling artists who want to make it in Hollywood live off their wages as waiters, bartenders, or busboys in Los Angeles, Cavill also did the same thing halfway around the world in the UK. The road to stardom is often paved with struggles, and no one knows that better than dreamers who aspire to be great one day. In Hollywood, dreamers come in abundance, but only a few make it to the top. Although some become successful as celebrities and are famous all over the world, most of them started early doing odd jobs to pay the rent while appearing for auditions. Henry Cavill was no different. The young Briton who was inspired by Russell Crowe as a teenager never finished school after the age of 17 and made a life-changing decision immediately after graduation to pursue his passion for acting. As he moved from one audition to the next searching for the role that would make it big, Cavill took on various odd jobs to keep himself from starving. While some of these jobs paid well, others were not worth the effort. However, Cavill was ready to take any ball life could throw his way. One job involved walking a dog for a journalist who secretly called him Hot Henry, crediting him with his Hollywood looks and charm and predicting his potential big future. Meanwhile, another job involved working at a cocktail bar in Trafalgar Square, where Cavill lied on his CV to get the job, but ended up being clueless when it came to it, later admitting that "I was terrible" via South China Morning Post. Even with his glamorous looks and potential future in the industry, Henry Cavill's rise to the top was an accomplishment in itself. Having no major acting credits to his name, the actor failed to make a mark where it counted until The Count of Monte Cristo came along, followed by The Tudors, where he played the role of Charles Brandon. In 2005, shortly after he lost the role of Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter to Robert Pattinson, Casino Royale fell into his lap, even though he was considered too young for the role. Meanwhile, the Twilight creator personally wanted to be the main star of the 2008 film, but after numerous production delays, he was deemed too old for the part of Edward. Time seemed to dance around Henry Cavill when he arrived too early or too late for a studio project. His famous career roles as Superman and The Witcher for DC and Netflix respectively have also turned into a mess, leading him into further controversy. Now, it looks like Hot Henry has finally found his footing in the industry at Amazon with a live-action Warhammer project, a live-action Voltron movie, a Highlander reboot, and a thrilling new action film directed by Guy Ritchie that co-stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Isa Gonzalez called in Grey.
Cavill was born in Jersey, the largest and southernmost of the Channel Islands, which are dependent territories of the British Crown and are located off the coast of Normandy, France. He is the fourth of 5 sons of Marianne Cavill, née Dalgliesh, a secretary, and Colin Cavill, a stockbroker. The family lived in St. Helier, where Henry Cavill grew up playing computer games with his brothers. At age 13, he left Jersey to attend the Stowe School, a boarding school in Buckinghamshire, England. At Stowe, Cavill developed an interest in acting and participated in school productions, including Grease, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Tom Stoppard's Dog's Hamlet. At age 16, he and his classmates had the opportunity to be extras in the movie Proof of Life, 2000, starring Russell Crowe. While on set, Cavill introduced himself to the recent Oscar winner, who encouraged him to pursue acting professionally. Cavill soon landed a role in Vendetta, 2001, followed by another in Kevin Reynolds' big-screen adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo, 2002. For the part of Albert Mandego, Cavill, who has said that he was teased for being overweight as a kid, was encouraged to lose several pounds. In addition, Cavill had guest roles in a number of British television shows as well as supporting parts in the coming-of-age film I Capture the Castle, 2003, and an adaptation of the Celtic romance Tristan plus Isolde, 2006. During this period, Cavill auditioned for several iconic roles, including Superman and James Bond, which ultimately went to Brandon Routh in Superman Returns and Daniel Craig in Casino Royale, both 2006, respectively. Those setbacks led him to consider following in the footsteps of two of his elder brothers and joining the armed forces. In 2007, however, Cavill garnered his first leading role in The Tudors, a cable series following the exploits of Henry VIII, played by Irish actor Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. Cavill portrayed Charles Brandon, a loyal courtier to the king. The series helped make Cavill a familiar face, and during its 4 seasons, 2007 to 10, he also appeared in such films as the adventure fantasy Stardust, 2007, and the Woody Allen comedy Whatever Works, 2009. After The Tudors, Cavill proved his skill as an action star, playing Greek hero Theseus in Immortals, 2011, and the son of a CIA agent, played by Bruce Willis, in The Cold Light of Day, 2012. In 2011, Cavill announced that he had been cast as Clark Kent/Superman in Man of Steel, 2013. He later admitted that he had missed the call from director Zack Snyder offering him the job because he had been playing the online game World of Warcraft. To portray the Man of Steel, Cavill transformed his body, adding so much muscle that he sometimes split the seams of his Superman costume. He also had the opportunity to work alongside Crow, who played Superman's father. Jor-El. Cavill went on to reprise the role in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, starring opposite Ben Affleck as Batman, and in Justice League, 2017, featuring such DC comic book heroes as Wonder Woman, played by Israeli actress Gal Gadot. In between Superman films, Cavill starred in director Guy Ritchie's big-screen adaptation of The Man from UNCLE, 2015, playing a CIA agent who teams up with a KGB agent, played by Armie Hammer, and in Sandcastle, 2017, portraying a Special Forces captain on a 2003 tour of Iraq. Cavill then played the main antagonist in Mission Impossible Fallout, 2018, the 6th installment of Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible series. In 2019, he assumed the lead role in the hit Netflix series The Witcher, based on the novels by Polish author Andrzej Sapkowski, whose sources include Polish mythology and Slavic folklore. Cavill played Sherlock Holmes, the elder brother of aspiring sleuth Enola Holmes in the movies Enola Holmes, 2020, and Enola Holmes 2, 2022. In 2022, Cavill had a cameo as Superman in Black Adam, renewing speculation that he was planning a return to the role 5 years after Justice League. Cavill confirmed the rumors in the fall, but a couple of months later he wrote on Instagram that the studio had decided to go in a different direction.